Mohammed and I wondered, what could have been done to prevent the whole exposure from happening in the first place? We went to the state capitol to see Lieutenant Governor Ben Cayetano. Back in 1982, at the time of the crisis, he was a state senator who called for a special investigation.
Okay, this is the report of the Senate's Special Investigating Committee on the Heptachlor crisis. And this report received really worldwide attention. We found, for example, that even though the word was out that the heptachlor had contaminated the raw milk, that the milk companies continued to use this contaminated milk to make milk products. I think that the central issue in the entire heptachlor controversy was the inability of the government agencies to react swiftly to a situation which clearly indicated that the public's health and safety was being jeopardized. And they were more concerned about damage to the milk industry than they were about damage to the public health.
Why was heptachlor still being used in Hawaii while it was banned in the mainland?
That is one of the big questions that we were asking ourselves during the hearing. And again, what it came down to was that the economic damage to Hawaii's pineapple industry seemed to outweigh the safety part of the ban.
What could be done to prevent this from happening again?
Well, one of the first things that has to be done, and I think has been done, is to make it very clear to the Department of Health employees and also the Department of Agriculture employees what their mission is, and the public health should always come first.
The Department of Health was right across the street from the Capitol. So we went to see the laboratory where milk and other foods were tested. Then we sat down with the Deputy Director, Bruce Anderson.
How often is our milk tested?
We're currently testing milk, local milk, once a month. Milk that comes in from the mainland, we test about once every 3 months. We've increased the frequency of testing over the last few years to address concerns related to pesticides and other contaminants in milk.
Have any procedures changed since testing in 1982?
The current situation is very different than it was back in 1982. We now have a much more sophisticated laboratory program than existed then. We have new equipment that allows us to confirm results that we get in a much more timely manner. We're looking for not only heptachlor, but a wide variety of chemicals that may be in milk. Currently, there are no detectable levels of heptachlor in our milk using the methods that we use that are approved by the FDA. The action levels have been revised. Today, the action level is 0.1 parts per million, 3 times lower than it was back in 1982. As we talk about parts per million, parts per billion, we're going to have to be able to deal with those in a rational way. The use of heptachlor has been banned for many years now, but it's persistent in the environment. We can expect residues to remain here for probably our lifetimes. It's something we're going to have to deal with for generations to come.